Welcome back to Personal Pension Radio. This is episode 258. Wherever you're watching the video, please like it, comment on it. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, please comment. That's a big deal on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I'd love to get a comment from you on what you think of this particular topic, because today we're going to talk about this big story that's happening right now in the early stages of 2021 when I'm recording this David versus Goliath Wall Street story about a bunch of small investors trying to stick it to the man. Now, let's jump into this David versus Goliath story on Wall Street that's transpired over the last few weeks. Even my mom heard about this, okay? This thing played out. It was just amazing to watch. It really is amazing to watch. And if you missed it, here's what happened. A bunch of people on an internet forum called Reddit decided to screw the big Wall Street companies by encouraging each other to buy certain undervalued companies, according to the forum. Buy, drive up the price of these investments in these companies, right? It's this classic little guys sticking it to the man, right? I call complete BS. I am so skeptical. Some of you have heard me say that I'm pessimistically optimistic. When it comes to Wall Street and the stock market in Wall Street is so big that the little guys sticking it to Wall Street, I don't buy it. I really don't, right? When all these so-called little guys drove up the price, it supposedly hurt the big firms. All those poor firms lost all kinds of money. Really? Seriously? Multi-billion-dollar investment companies on Wall Street were maybe interrupted by a group of people on a forum, but here's the thing, not so fast. If you think Wall Street doesn't have insiders from every major investment firm hiding in these forums, I've got some swampland to sell you in Alaska, right? Think about it. Oh, we've got a whole group of people on a forum, just a wide open, hundreds of thousands, a million people on a forum on the interweb, and you're telling me that Wall Street firms don't have people planted all throughout these forums? Again, call me cynical, call me pessimistic, call me crazy, but I don't buy it. I think, wait just a second. If that's the case, let's just say if that's the case, if Wall Street firms have people embedded all through these kind of investment forums, and let's also say that these investment forums have just built in, by the nature of these forums, a whole bunch of people that are actually quite sophisticated, possibly quite wealthy investors built into these forums that are all just free speech platforms where we're just talking about ideas. We're not giving out investment advice or doing insider trading, right? Really? Okay, all right. So who won the fight? Who won the fight? Compared to the millions of followers that these investment forums have, I'm guessing a very small handful of those people in the forum made good, even huge money. And of course, I bet Wall Street did just fine. That's the thing. The world market, the investment market, is so huge that you get together a whole bunch of little guys and you are still little. Even if you're all together as a team, you're still little. It all just, for me, it smacked of a pyramid scheme. Well, a pyramid scheme, if you don't know, is basically a group of people up here who say, you know, if you all just invest, we're going to be able to distribute the investment money to everybody down the pyramid, and we continue to get more and more people putting money in, and the people at the top are collecting a little piece of everybody down below, and the people at the top end up benefiting. But eventually, the pyramid starts to crumble because they can't make the distributions to the huge number of people below. In this case, I say pyramid scheme because you've got a forum on the interweb where you've clearly have probably a very limited number of highly sophisticated investors mixed in up there at the top that are riling up a whole bunch of people to take action against Goliath, right? And those highly sophisticated investors that are sitting up there at the top, they're making really good money on all of this excitement and activity and everything else. And then when those highly sophisticated, smart investors decide to start jumping ship, everybody else, the little guy in the pyramid, they all get screwed. They get left holding the bag. And you can see that's exactly what's happened over the last week. Just very quickly, that David versus Goliath story where everybody drove up the stock of a particular company, you're just watching it fall, just crashing down. And if the people, the little guy who might have invested $500 or $1,000, or some scary stories where people out there actually tried to leverage mortgages to buy this thing, that all of a sudden it falls so quickly that they are left holding that bag. Sounds a lot like a pyramid scheme. It really does. I feel bad for anybody that's in that situation. And I'm going to come back to this, that whenever you're looking at the investment world, Wall Street, remember, Wall Street is gigantic. Trying to time the investment world it takes a team of people and they still rarely ever get it right. So how are you or a whole bunch of people on an internet forum going to actually go up against the giant market, right? That's the idea. Might you win? Maybe yes. Is it a huge gamble? Yes, it is a huge, huge gamble. And some people made out fantastic. Great, but at what expense? How many little guys and gals were burned at the bottom of that pyramid, basically, so that all of those few people at the top that made really big money got paid? That's my concern, folks. So as you watch things like this unfold and you want to jump in on the next hot investment, remember, Wall Street is, in part, in general, a very efficient capitalist market, meaning that stocks and investments and various things, they have an equilibrium. Investors and the companies themselves, as far as what their value really is, the market generally finds that value and settles into that. Is there some ebb and flow and some ups and downs? Absolutely. But if you see something just jumping through the roof and you look into the fundamentals just a little bit and you find out, well, that company is, I don't even know how that company is still even in existence, but the price is going way up. Maybe I should buy in. Okay, just remember the risk. And remember, no matter how big you feel, you're always the little guy. And Wall Street doesn't lose. Wall Street has very tall buildings and lots of limousines pulling up to the front doors at Wall Street because they generally don't ever lose. And even if they do lose, they often get bailouts that the little guys, we don't. So just keep that in mind. And if you have any questions on this, please send me an email, Kraig with a K at kraigstrom.com, Kraig with a K, Kraig at kraigstrom.com. Take care out there. We'll talk to you again soon. Oh, hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it. Talk to you soon.